Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Today we have got a lot of stuff to talk about. Liverpool game, the fixture today. It's kicking off in under an hour. We do have the lineup, so we'll be talking about that. We've got a few other people coming in as well to talk about the game and just things in general. No Vardy again in the lineup. What is happening? Is he going to be? Is he going to be the backup anymore? I'm not too sure, but we'll get stuck in. Get your comments in. Get your views in and we will get straight into the show. So yes, everyone, welcome to the famous Aftermath show. I am covering for Jamie as he is busy at work for the game coming up in less than an hour. He might be popping in, we don't know. I have sent him the link in case he does want to quickly pop in to say hello to everyone. Carl, welcome. Gray, welcome. Morning, Chris. Morning, Maz, Chris. And yeah, everyone, appreciate you coming in. He's injured. Do you follow the club? Vardy, I didn't know that. So thank you for telling me. If he is injured, then there we go. Morning to everyone. Mirko, good morning from Greece. Hope everyone is doing all right. David, no point risking Vardy. He's missed 30s. It might be. I don't know. I'm gonna call out saying that I probably wouldn't start Vardy this season, but that's just in my eyes anyway. Hope everyone is doing okay. There's a lot of mornings that I've not seen before, so I appreciate you all coming in. Shop window today for Vestergaard. Give him a run out. You never know. You never know. He obviously put him in for a big game, big preseason game. He might be off. He might be a first choice. You don't know about it. You don't know. Or maybe it's just because we don't want to play Suter or FaZe in the back line. I don't know. This is a lot of different lineup to what we've been playing the last couple of games. So you never know. You never know. Vestergaard and Brighton starting today. Christ, come on! It's only a preseason game, isn't it? Obviously, he's changed it up a bit. We've obviously seen a pretty standard 11 going into the games, the last few games anyway, obviously with the kind of three at the back slash inverted fullback kind of positions, I guess. And this is a bit of a switch up. He's got a more defensive role, I guess, with Vestergaard being a bit slower. But then you've obviously got Pereira and Didi and Castagna in the lineup as well, which makes it a bit more defensive, I guess. So you never know. It might change to a three at the back. I don't think it will because of how players lined up. But last game before Championship, I know I'm actually really excited. Obviously now it's what, a week to go today until we play Coventry, if I'm not mistaken. So it's big. It is big. I am trying to get a few more comments on before we bring Jono in. The human lamppost, yes, of course, it is human lamppost. Castagna wants to leave. I've heard stuff, but I don't want to, but I don't think I'll believe it until I see anything actually concrete come out. What is the game on? Again, it'll be on the Fox's Hub thing that they do on their website. I'm pretty sure that's the only place they're going to do it. Last week was an absolute failure, so hopefully this week is a lot better. Jono, are you ready to come in? All good? Jono, morning, mate. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Both come in the black kit today. Obviously, we've not got the new kit, but we are going to be playing in the
Yeah,
new
well,
kit today.
yeah, I'm playing it well for the new home kit, but the
The
new
new
away
away
kit,
kit.
we need to wait
Yes.
until I've got the money to afford it. But I think it'd be nice to see the kit in real life. That'll give me a proper feeling of what it actually looks like before I do buy it.
Well, I did say a few years ago. Do you know when we had the black and gold kit? I think it was like 2017, 18 around then.
It's the same shirt, yeah.
I thought so, yeah. I wasn't I wasn't a big fan of it, but when I saw it actually being
It was
worn
really
in
nice.
a game, I loved it. So you never know. I hated this new away kit that we've got, but I might actually like it when I see it get played. But I'm not going to say anything until I see it. Great, like you said, yes, it is on the Leicester Fan like Fox's Hub thing.
Be a member to sign up though. You need to make an account.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure if you are a Leicester fan, I'm sure you have got an account already, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Aggie does say only preseason game, but you don't have to go into next week's game back to back with a back on a heavy defeat today. It is only preseason, and if I'm totally honest, I'm not like to say it's Liverpool, and they've got a near enough full lineup out. They've got Salah playing, they've got Nunes, they've got Trent playing, they've got a full lineup out, and I'm not scared because I still feel like we've got a Premier League side in this team. I don't know why, but I do think we've got a chance in winning today. If I'm totally honest.
I think we should go in like this. Like, this is the latter start of pre-season. This is the latter, coming towards the latter stages where this isn't about fitness now. This is about who you want in your first team lineup, you know, what your tactics is going to be. So if we do, I think we are now a championship side. So we are a championship side now. We have got players from the Premier League in here, but if we lose massively to Liverpool, then you know, we take on the chin, but it's Liverpool. As long as we don't lose like 20-0, then, you know, it's a good chance for players to have a proper good run out, play against a really good opposition, and just finalise our tactics. If we lose, then I'm not overly bothered. I think it's a good training exercise and playing against a world-class team.
Yeah, I agree. Like Grace says here, really to see what Enzo's tactics are today. It's probably the toughest opponent we're going to play. Obviously, yes, it only is pre-season, but this is Liverpool's side that they're probably going to start with next season. So it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be amazing football from us, I don't think, because we're not there yet. But like Enzo says, we're always trying to improve day by day and game by game. So this will show where we are compared to when we go into the season next week against Coventry. Gray does also say shame on about Cody. It is a massive shame, but that's maybe where Vestergaard comes in. I don't know. What do you think, Jono?
I think he's not had a massively serious injury. Hopefully, I think he's had a knock, and they said, you know what, we're not risking you. You're staying behind. We're not risking you playing week in, week out. We'll train you up at this training ground. Yeah, you go. Someone put a comment in saying this phase travel out. He did. People forget we did actually play a pre-season after the Tottenham game was cancelled. We did play a behind the closed doors training match. So the lineup that was supposed to play against Spurs played behind closed doors 2 days after the Tottenham game was cancelled. So that's why you're not seeing the same players as before, because they're now resting because they played that pre-season game. So this is now our third game of the tour.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew says, has Mavdidi signed? Well, from what we've heard, he's done his deal. He's done dealed. But we are just awaiting for the actual announcement, and apparently that is for starting from tomorrow onwards. So we'll hear about it at some point, and we will go live if we do get the announcement come out. Cody has had a scan. Jono, waiting on results. Yeah, again, when we hear about players having to have scans and all that, and it's not the best of news. It's like it's not great, but I'm sure it won't be to the likes of what Evans is, and he was out pretty much the whole season. So hopefully he'll just come back within the first 5 games of the championship, I'd like to say, but we don't know. Craig does ask, Daka has a good chance in the championship. Right, I'm calling this right now that we're playing Daka today. I hope we see him score 2 goals today. That's all I'm going to say, because I still have hope for him.
This is Daka's last chance for me. I don't care if it's against Liverpool to prove himself. This is his last chance because, like, Vardy's injured, but so we've got Mavdidi coming in. So, like, I don't know if he's going to play winger or striker. I think he's going to play striker, knowing the way our tactics are going. I think that this is Daka's last chance to prove himself to be not just a striker, but like a killer instinct striker, to not just like Vardy was in 2016, just anything that goes to his feet is a goal. We need that Daka. But if he doesn't score today, then sorry, he shouldn't be inside.
I've always said, and this is for the Vardy the same. The reason why Vardy and Daka have not been scoring as many goals, mainly, is because they've not been suited to the play style. We've not been playing with balls over the top. We've not been playing with balls into the strike as much. It's been down the wing last year, and we've been cut out so many times. So for me, if we play with Daka's strength, putting the ball through the middle, like through balls, putting the balls over the top for him, I'm sure he will score, and I'm sure he will get a chance. He got a few chances against, Northampton, but he was, I will say this, he was on the wing, and that's because, if I'm not mistaken, we didn't have Barnes wasn't there, so he was more used as the winger there. People are saying that Daka will not score. Is going to need a proven 20-goal striker. Daka has more chances than scoring 2 own goals and scoring 2 for us.
He won't do a phase, okay? He won't do a phase from
Let's hope not. Yeah, let's hope not. Anyway, let's hope not. But yeah, we'll get into the game a bit more today. Now then, obviously it's not under half an hour until kickoff. So, what's your kind of take on this? Obviously, people are saying that it is only pre-season, and I think I saw that Nick said about Wrexham beat Man United in a game a few weeks ago. But the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, Man United did put out a whole team of under 18s or whatever it was. So you can't compare that. But this is our last pre-season game until Coventry next weekend. I'd say this is the biggest test, and this is kind of this doesn't feel like a pre-season game for me now. This feels like a good chance to show what we've got to go with into the Championship. If we can beat these or don't get slapped, then I see us getting something out of this game.
I'm looking at the club friendlies on Google, and it still has Dean Smith as our manager, which is so funny. But if I'm looking at Liverpool squad, there's 2 players I would change, and that's the Liverpool squad, and that's Calafield, Alisson, and maybe Jones, Clark for something, so for Diaz or something. But apart from that, that's
they've still got their full lineup. Yeah,
that's their Premier League lineup. So I take it away with this. We're playing 2 CDMs. We're playing 4 at the back. I want Vestergaard to play well, because as much as he's been, I've got to say, it's really absolutely catastrophically poor the last few seasons. I feel this is his chance. I don't want to sign another centre back because he knows the team. He's been training with us. He's had a whole full pre-season, and if he plays well, I'll be like, yeah. If he comes on as a backup, I feel comfortable with him. So this is a chance to prove to me as well that he's also a decent cover for centre back. So I want him to do well.
Well, before we do get the main man in, I have said, and I've not tried to back Vestergaard, but I've said that the amount of times people have slated him is when he's come on in the later stages and we've conceded. And a lot of the time, you can't just blame a centre back for conceding goals, because they're fresh. They feel like they've not been part of the game the whole game. So they're coming on and we concede, and it's like, oh, it's Vestergaard's fault because he's too slow. Or like for me, Vestergaard knows how to play with the ball. He knows how to pass, and yes, he might be a bit slow, but he is going to be okay for the Enzo style of football. In my eyes,
he's going to play him like Maguire. He's a Maguire, not a runner. Just clear the ball clear the ball from corners and just distribute. No running, tackle and distribute. That's all. That's his job.
Exactly, and that's where Chris says here, great distribution, and that's what Enzo wants in his team now. Let's bring the main man in. Let's bring the older Vestergaard in. Here he is, mate. How are you, Jamie?
Morning, lads. How are you? You all right? How's it going?
All good. Getting excited for the game now.
What we've been talking about then? Anything interesting? I take it, Reedy, you've been talking about Vestergaard, have you?
No, just talking about obviously the team and how it's changed, obviously from the last couple of pre-season games.
But surely, I've seen the team sheet. that would probably win games in the Championship. I think we might struggle with it today. But do you think that will be the starting lineup for next week?
No, I think Jono mentioned that obviously we played Port FC on Wednesday last week, so maybe because of the time difference, maybe they kind of switched up the team a little bit. I'm not too sure. Obviously, Doyle's younger, he'd probably be fitter for it, but like I say, there's a few other players there. Like I say, McAtee came on most second halves with all Brighton as well. Daka came on, so maybe he's just put out a team which is going to be the bench kind of team, I guess, because a lot of these will probably be on the bench starting next week. I guess.
Admittedly, I don't think McAtee will get a game next week. He'll probably be on the bench. Vestergaard probably won't. I think Suter might be in there for him for next week instead of Vestergaard. Or sorry, Wout Faze. I mean, because I can't remember the bench. Is Faze on the bench? I know Suter's on the bench.
I couldn't tell you. I've not got the team up, but I've got only got the first 11 up. But like I say, Liverpool's side is strong. And I've said this, especially people saying it is only pre-season. This is the last game before the Championship starts. This is the biggest test, and this is confidence building.
You don't want to be absolutely
show that we can do something.
You don't want this to be a cricket score. No. You want it confidence building. If I can't see us winning with that team today, unfortunately. Maybe next week in the Championship, I could see us winning quite comfortably with that team in the Championship. But against Liverpool today, I think we will struggle. It's not going to be an easy, because he'll be trying tactics, new tactics out, and it's the first time I'll be able to try them out against a proper team. Nothing disrespectful against Northampton or Port FC or Lovren, but this will be his first real chance against a big boy to try his tactics out. So hopefully we have a good game and we just take it from there and see, and like I say, just see what it is next week. But the big worry is Vardy. He's gone all that way. He's travelled, and all he's done is train and not play. Am I reading too much into it that he doesn't want to be there anymore, or is he just getting over that injury?
I think he's getting over the injury. I think he wants to be a part of the team that gets us back in, like his last hurrah story. Get relegated, they get us back to the Premier League. I think he would want to be a part of that for his last hurrah season.
Because if you look at some of his interviews he's done, Jamie Vardy, everyone else has been in their Leicester gear and their training tops, and Jamie Vardy's been wearing shirts like he's going in and out clubbing to Ibiza. So I don't understand what's going on there. Whether I really don't know with Vardy. I mean, hopefully it's just a slight knock and everything's tickety-boo and it's all fine for next week. But I don't know. Whether I'm trying to read something between the lines that's not there, I'm not sure. But it's just a bit disappointing. He hasn't actually played since the Lovren game.
Yeah, again, it is what it is. Obviously, we've not seen Vardy, so is this the point where he does go to the bench and come on in the 60th minute for most games, or is he given the chance to Daka and Iheanacho, because they have started the last couple of games, haven't they? To show what they can do in case they are going to be starting instead of Vardy. And like I say, that Mavadidi guy, he is coming in at some point.
The longest ever medical ever, isn't it now? It's been going on weeks, this medical has. Oh, he's going to sign tomorrow. Oh, he's going to sign tomorrow. Oh, no, it's not till next week.
That's all it is. You just hate Fabrizio.
I do. Wait till John Percy says it, and then we'll be fine. This Fabrizio knows nothing about football.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that, but yeah. Go on then, Jamie. Tell us, what is your prediction for today? Obviously, it is only pre-season. But
it's I've always said, pre-season is about getting minutes into your legs, building up your fitness, going towards that first game of the season. New manager. It'd have been different if Brendan Rodgers had been there, the Ford himself had been there. I'd have hoped the tactics would have been installed, but he's tried new tactics. So it's all about tactics, all about fitness and minutes in the legs. I can't see us winning today. I'd be great. I'd be fantastic. Over the moon if we do. I don't know. Because it's an away game, I'm going 2-2.
Desmond 2-2, mate. Oh,
that's what I normally do. It's normally a 2-2 game in it when we play away from home, but we'll have to wait and see. I just want it to be a decent game. I've had to let Reedy do it today because of the game being at an absolutely stupid time here. If it'd been lunchtime, it would have been fine, but Reedy's proudly stepped in for me this morning. Probably got him up early so he can prepare.
Oh, no, there's no preparing, mate. It's just hit and go, mate. That's all I need to do. People are getting their scorelines in. Craig's getting 2-1 Liverpool. Everyone's pretty much saying that Liverpool are going to win, which isn't going to be this biggest shock, but like I say, it's about how we set up, how we play. And if we do play well and we get chances, but we just do lose in the end, it's not the end of the world, because we are trying to create a new style of football that we've not been used to before. And even Enzo said, it's been less than a month since he came in to start this new process and this new style of team. So it's going to be hard. There's a lot of Liverpool 5-0s, 4-0s, 3-1s. So it doesn't matter, like this guy says, but it's just to show what we can do against some of the big boys now, isn't it?
It is. It's all about preparation, lads. It's all about preparation. As long as we're prepared for Coventry this time next week, it's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? That's what we've got to be prepared for. But like I say, pre-season doesn't mean a lot. I mean, look at the pre-season before we won the league. We were absolutely shocking. It was awful. And then when I won the league, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm not saying we're going to win the league. Well, I am saying we're going to win the league, but you never know. You never know what's around the corner, do you?
Anything can happen. Putting that on there now, Jamie. You're going to say that we're going to win the league right now?
We're going to win the league without losing a game.
That's a big call.
Fingers crossed.
That's a big call, Jamie. That is a big call. But yeah, obviously we do kick off in just over 15 minutes now. So if you are in Spain, get to Jamie's bar and we can.
Well, if you know, not just Spain, because that's a bit difficult. If you're in Alcúdia and watching this, Spain's a bit difficult. You've got to be in Alcúdia to come and watch it. You've left it a bit late to come over and watch it if you're in Spain. All right, then, lads, I'm going to shoot. I shall speak to you later. Cheers, Reedy. Cheers, Jono.
No worries. See you in a bit, Jamie.
Have a good one. Speak to you later.
Right. The main man has come in for his show and asked us about the game. Jono, before we do finish then, what is your prediction on the game? Are you going to be as negative as you were last season? Did you say we're going to get smashed, or are you going to be positive and go for a good draw?
I'm not negative because my score's not going to be negative because I feel we're going to be rubbish. I just feel like this is like
a tough game.
Liverpool's going to be, this is a different kettle of fish now. It's not Northampton or our sister club. It's Liverpool. Like these Liverpool on the talk for title race. So I think it's going to be 5-2. But I think that's not a bad score because that defense is world class. Like Van Dijk, Arnold, Robertson. Any team would want them. So as long as we defend a lot of chances, as long as we get behind their lines and show creative sparks, then I'm happy. Yeah,
there you go. I'm going to end this a bit early so we can get ready for the watch along. But John, I appreciate you coming on. We'll get a few more comments in before we do finish. We've got Scott says 2-2. Dylan says not a bad score for a 5-2. Craig says result doesn't matter, team selection doesn't matter. It won't be reassembled next week in game up or line up at all. I think it will. I think the lineup will resemble a bit. It just because obviously like Jono said, because we played midweek last week, it does change the lineup a bit.
Yeah.
So I don't think you would have seen the exact same team throughout the whole pre-season. Dave said he's going to get fingered like a pack of chocolate biscuits. I probably shouldn't have read that one out.
Why did I go on here, for God's sake? Really?
I can't believe I just read that out.
Hey, not me, you, for God's sake.
I just saw it and put it up, so that's my fault. And Baz says we're coming back up. Yes, we are coming back up. Let's just forget I said that last one. Dave, you're naughty for saying that, mate. Appreciate you all coming in. John, I appreciate again you coming in to speak your opinions on the game, and obviously we'll probably see you for the watch on in the next 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, last stages of the watch along, I might come on.
Yeah, no worries. Right, guys, appreciate you coming on, and we'll catch you all on the next show. See you in a bit.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.